It's a new year. It's a new day. Every week, we want to know your reasons why.
From Arizona to Los Angeles, I watch Reasons.
From Dallas to LA.
From Kansas City all the way to LA.
From KC
to Florida to LA. We watch Reasons. And it starts now.
What's up, man? It's Reasons, y'all. We're in the house. That's what's up. In case y'all don't know what Reasons is, it's where you can come and express your feelings from a male and female perspective without judgment, right? But listen, I'm your boy, Fuel.
And I'm Happy Thursday.
My co-host. Well, I had to put it in there. That way when we edit it, we know it. I didn't mess up that time.
That's
dog.
right. That's right.
That's I mean, it's been a rough week. How you been? Yeah, you was almost in. You was like probably like 2 minutes from being in.
Yes.
They're going. Yeah. Was the street? Did they actually block the street off once you get in? Oh my God.
I came to the studio and I was literally getting stuff out of the back seat, and all of a sudden I see a helicopter saying, put it down. And then I see cop cars and cop brands with bullets and vests and scared me to death.
I'm gonna hurt my cameraman. That tripping.
They heard the story.
Yeah, you was scared, like with the story. He don't know what to do. He was like, "Where's the
so I realized I had my front door open. You can go down. Like, if it's, somebody here, they could run and get in my car and be like, drive, B.
I know, right?
Break your freedom.
Something like that to happen or whatever.
I was like, oh my God.
You was prepared though.
Yeah,
that was
so
a good
I
thing.
closed the front door. And listen, I gotta tell you, because I called Phil. Look, I called Phil. I said, Phil, I think something's happening in the parking lot. He's like, come out. He's like, I'm not coming down there. I'm like,
did I say that? Oh no, I said I'm coming. No, I said I'm coming down to the door because he was parked right there at the door. I wasn't coming down there.
I'm like, save me. Like that. He's like, I'm not coming down there.
You said you was already. I thought you said that you wasn't getting out the car. So I was like, well, I ain't coming down there. That's what I thought you said.
Like, look,
I was trying to rescue you.
I'm gonna come on and get him out of my girl. He said, hey, I'll be there for you. Hey, I would have been shot and he would have been getting it recorded.
No, I wouldn't. No, that was before. He was recording. So like, what are you recording for, man? Crisis here going on. But
I realized how
right. Yeah, that's super crazy. That's a way to start off, man.
Yeah.
It kind of gave that blood rush, man.
Yeah.
It kind of give me hype. What's up, Renee? Renee is in the house. Renee Tyson, thanks for coming back. Sound fading in and out. Who? Monster Sound or
yeah,
Sound?
is it my mic?
Might be. I don't know.
Who's sound?
I don't know. Let us know, Renee. Is it my mic or is it Nikita's mic?
My mic sounds nice.
That's
My mic sounds nice.
And let us know what's happening. No. Anyway, let's get the rundown real quick. So we got Justice, Judge, and
Yes, please.
you can give me a little. Look at that.
Please.
Sister Justice is that we're gonna call it. That's what's up. So to give a rundown about that.
Well, what you were to the topic.
We're gonna be talking about should you own a gun and train your kid at what age? Yes, yeah. We need y'all help on this one. Yeah. See, and it could be different in different states. Yeah, so we're gonna get into that. little entertainment. We're gonna talk about Adele canceling her concert. You know what I'm saying? But she did some good behind it, you know. And I want to see what you guys think about it if y'all haven't heard, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna get to it. And then we got the relationship talk. Oh my God. Kevin Samuels. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And if you guys haven't seen Kevin Samuels, we got a clip later on that we're going to show you of how he speak to women and how he, you know, and I get
From
it.
the pit of hell.
Yeah, I get some of it, but then I don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, we'll go over that, and then we're gonna wonder like you. Oh, that's a new one. Breaking news. I don't remember hearing that one. I don't know. Did we? Did we? Did you send me something? Okay. Yeah, it was. I didn't have. But anyway, we'll talk about it. Yeah. That's good though that you know give me something that I can actually. Don't do that. Don't do that. Again, we gonna most definitely want to give our love to condolences to Regina King. Her son passed away for uh suicide. You know, we'll have a number of people you have to help that. You know, right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Right. 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 Right.
That are already judges and
Yeah.
well versed and their reputation precedes them. So I'm mixed with it
Yeah.
because
I mean,
might have time first. I mean,
it's about daggone time. You know what I'm saying?
Justice.
You know what? I like the diversity that's coming. You know, kind of slow. You know, but it's happening. It's kind of taking a minute, but it is happening. You know what I mean? And it's coming with people well qualified. So that's a good thing. Matter of fact, it was quite a few women that was actually up for it. You got it? You know the list?
Yes. Okay. We really are.
Here we go.
No, I'm just saying. We wear all the hats and
I mean, that's
everything.
facts.
We
Yeah.
wear the fire shoes and all the hats to go along with it. It's crazy. We are very well qualified. In fact, they were talking about possibly Kamala Harris. I'm like, hey, lead VP to be a justice. But anyway, she wasn't in that particular step with me.
Right.
But that is something that's
Yeah.
and then we're going to end
I can tell you was happy because you called me and was like,
Queen Sister Justice. Oh boy, that literally makes not only my day, that was actually.
But sometimes I wonder sometimes when people of color end up in that level, they actually, you know, represent like they should. You know, sometimes we over expect things for their expectations for those.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? They end up in the higher rankings and stuff, and they don't really come out to what it's like.
Like Obama.
Yeah, exactly. Just like for example, Obama. You know what I'm saying? You know, you think everything, and it really shouldn't. It shouldn't be everything just for black. It should be equality throughout the whole system that you fight for, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
So one of the reasons I'm afraid, and I was afraid Obama too, like everybody else, but they give an oath to uphold the law. So they're supposed to look at the law first and the and things like that. And everything that comes to the Supreme Court is normally coming from the lower court and the appeal. Let's just say some of the death penalties and those cases automatically appeal to the Supreme Court. But one of the pluses about having a diverse court is even though you're upholding the law, you are still looking at the law based on your experiences in your life. You're seeing, through the eyes of, you should be seeing through the eyes of a black woman, but like somebody else is seeing through the, black woman.
Yeah.
But so that's the part that I like about having a diverse community.
Oh, okay.
Because at the end of the day, the court is going to do a representation of the people.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what we need. That's what we should need. So that's my example. And then we're going to end the show today on the fallout because that's the other thing I'm excited about. The fallout is coming on HBO Max today, and it's premiering on HBO Max today, and the fallout is about the aftermath of the fallout, if you will, of the school shooting.
Right.
And it has been hailed as the movie for Gen Z, because this is the first generation of kids that we have that instead of doing fire drills, they have shooting drills at school, and they are having to, acknowledge that
Right.
when they go to school, make it home.
And we're actually playing it again because last week, we had little, technical problems or whatever,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And I thought it was very important to kind of put it out there, let people see, especially the young generation, that's kids are still in school, and kind of get this movie out there to where they show your kids, you know what I'm saying? So you can
watch
you got
it.
HBO Max, you know what I'm saying? You know how some of y'all do too. I ain't gonna bootlegging, but some of y'all know what y'all do.
Friends,
but if y'all was do it,
whatever you have to do, watch this movie. And I agree with you. They should watch it as a family. It's the main character is played by Jenna Ortega, and she plays Beta. And then Beta has her girl that becomes really her best friend, Mia. And then they have another boy, which is my son, Niles, but he plays a character named Quentin. And they all basically bond around this shooting. They're all from different backgrounds, weren't friends beforehand, and they become connected by this tragedy.
Right.
And I like how the movie deals with the sensitivity of it all.
Go ahead.
The movie deals with the sensitivity of it all.
Yeah.
And what I like is they don't focus on the shooter. They focus on the victims and the families and how it's just a ripple effect of everybody around them.
Right.
And it shows how each person deals with the tragedy, and people deal with tragedy and death in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
And so it shows it through the particular character's eyes. Just a beautifully written, beautifully directed. Megan Park is it's her directorial debut. She was a writer and an actor. And when I say this is a wonderful piece of work, it really is. And you would think, oh, school shooting, bad.
Yeah. No, now, do you already got a copy of the whole movie?
Yes.
Hey, and you ain't see, man. That's what I'm talking. Nigga can't get a hookup. Can I get a hookup? You know what I'm saying?
And so it premieres today, but it actually everything like on Netflix and all these streaming shows.
Yeah.
The day that they premiere, it basically starts at 12:01 Pacific Standard Time. So anybody that had HBO Max could watch it again at 12:01.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
So you could have watched it here.
Now that you already plugged it, you know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna see a clip of that today, and hopefully,
well, I think since you kind of put a lot on it already, let's go ahead and go ahead and show that clip. Yeah, let's go ahead and say it, and we'll get into the should you own a gun? And all right,
let's watch it. Check it out, everybody.
I just said you don't even need to wear makeup.
Me.
Did you know your man died? I have some wine. You have like the craziest nightmares last night. You have to be able to sleep without nightmares. I've learned to lose. You can't about your brother.
He was always making me laugh.
What are you feeling right now? I feel bad.
You went through something no one should ever have to go through.
Can you stay? Just fall asleep. Let it go. Life's fucking hard. I'm sorry for saying fucking.
No, you're right. Life's fucking hard.
Dad.
Well, try it. It feels good. Life's fucking confusing!
I can't fucking feel anything! What are you thinking about? I can't say. Let's say you die tomorrow. And what if you die sad because you regret not saying what you wanted to say?
This can't be for nothing. We won't even let this be for nothing.
The shoulders. You can't do it without the shoulders.
Ooh, yeah. I could lie, say I like it, like
Yeah.
it,
Subscribe to HBO Max.
That's it. That's called Fallout.
Yeah, the Fallout. It is really good.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that.
Well, I just the emotion of it and
Imagine a world where we have the tools.
Hey, player.
We got a little technical difficulties. We're going to correct that.
I'm gonna
One of the things
oh, sticky fingers today, man. What you doing?
Billie Eilish, have you heard of her? I think she just really popular.
Yeah.
Her brother Kenny was he does her music. He did the music for this music.
Oh, okay.
So I think even the soundtrack.
Yeah. All right. So check it out. Check it out, you
today.
guys. Oh man. Oh,
So,
before we go, I want to give condolences to my in-laws, my uncle and my aunt. My grandmother passed. Yeah. And, unfortunately, it was COVID that mostly took her out. You know what I'm saying? So, pray for us, my family, and everyone gets through it okay. I think the information for her will be online. Facebook for the family.
are they still streaming funerals?
No, they're actually they're in Kansas City, so they're still they're having it. So yeah, so I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, so we should have any conflict to go.
So now that we showed this film, the Fallout.
And then I was almost involved in it.
And you was almost like, yeah, what the heck's going on, right?
Done.
Exactly. So that brings up the question, you know what I'm saying? Should everybody own a gun and then train your kids as well? And if so, what age would you say? We want to get some answers from you guys. Go for it. You have well, he's fairly grown now, right? And teenager.
Oh yeah, 20-year-old and 15-year-old.
Yeah.
I told my 20-year-old, you need to come to the shooting range with me because of everything that's been happening lately. I started going to the shooting range in 2021, so I still haven't gotten a gun yet. So I don't want gun control until after I get mine.
You want to after you get your gun?
After I get mine, I'm trying. Trying to see if I need a 380 or a little 25. Like what I need. So, but growing up in Georgia, where people, they went hunting, people had guns early, and kids used guns. They trained them. It wasn't looked at as a even though we had violent movies, we've always had shoot 'em up movies,
right?
But it was never looked at like that. I remember growing up, and every New Year's Eve, every New Year's Eve, we would go out, and my dad would bam.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So I remember, not being afraid of guns and stuff like that. But I remember him. I never knew where he kept his
And that was the thing. When we were younger, for one, we didn't know where they were. Mm-hmm. They kept it from us. Right. And even when they did come out and shoot, we were not outside with them.
Okay, I was outside with my dad.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be on the porch they can be on the out, you know what I'm saying, further away.
Yeah,
they don't
see, I
be
was
like
standing
right
next
up.
to my dad.
I would see,
Yeah, in fact,
y'all gangster
in
Atlanta.
Georgia. In fact, we had a crazy. It was so funny. You know how you shoot up in the air, some gunpowder can come out like residue.
Yeah.
At one time, some gun, powder residue came down. It hit my brother in the face because he was close to the barrel.
Wow.
And he said,
shot?
Yeah, he said, Dad, you shot me.
You wouldn't have said it that close.
Yeah, no,
Dad, you shot
exactly.
me.
That's what he said. He said, you couldn't be shot. You couldn't tell him if
Not
you were
that cool,
shot.
right?
But that's how close we were.
Yeah.
We didn't have a fear of them like that. And the Second Amendment right governs, the right to bear arms.
Right.
So, right, people are very big. I mean, you took away that right.
Right.
In the Constitution, we have that damn Second Amendment. We amended 19th and 13th.
So
13th.
what would be the age? What age would you think as far as because you have kids, if you have the kids, and you know that they don't know how to use it, what age would you train your kids?
They got to be cognizant of right and wrong, like knowing that, such a hot stove, they got to know guns kill people and they don't come back, so 10 maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, 10. But
Wow.
but it would be as it would start off as, the hunting stuff.
Well, hunts,
and that's not a gun, that's rifles and
well, my cousins in Oklahoma, they did it at a young age. But we started with pellet guns.
Yeah. So how old were you when you had that?
Well, we talking about real. That was like 10.
Okay.
Not no real good. We wasn't shooting real squirrels. I mean, you know what I'm saying, with real bullets.
Now we had a rule in our home, like we didn't own a gun, and I didn't let my children, my son, nor my daughter play with toy guns. So that was interesting that even though I grew up with my dad shooting on New Year's, I didn't let my children play with toy guns or go to a house if I knew the parent had a gun. That was one of the things, if I talked to them.
You still didn't answer my question.
What?
What age?
I said 10.
I mean, you actually really
10.
You would train. Okay, Nick was one that asked. Nick was one that kind of gave me this topic because she was. I thought 9, 10. That's young. That's too young for not in this day and age. The way people are with guns now, they are not controlling. The parents are not as strict or as watchful as they are. They used to be about it because they let them go off and just play their games, whatever. You know what they doing from there.
So you think? I'm taking that from what I know. Yes, my children.
Right.
I know the maturity level of my children.
Right.
My children. So for my children, 10. But not that. I understand if other people don't feel that way, they like. So what age would you say?
He would have to be about at least. If I was going to train if I'm training,
right.
You probably have to.
You got to know to be able to train.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like taking 16. Them to the shooting range. That's
between 16, 17 years old. I can, you know what I'm saying. If I have a gun in the house for protection, and I'm not at the home or whatever, you know what I'm saying. I want my son to be there. Right. Down, you know what I'm saying. 16, 17 years old is probably where I was going to live. But Jazz is in the house. What's up, Jazz? Boston Fair. Jazz said.
Tender Tuesday.
Right, Tender Tuesday in the house.
There you go.
Jazz says 15 years.
Okay. Well, 10 years old for me because my husband in heaven, may he rest in peace, and it's just me and my kids.
Yeah.
Somebody come breaking in on us. I want my daughter and my son to be able to bust a cap just as well as I can.
Yeah. You guys let us know what y'all think.
That's me from the South.
Yeah. That's it's a little rough too. It's rough in the South.
Southern
roots. What I'm saying? Yeah. It is. I'm in the Midwest too, but Kansas City is off the stupid chain. They are crazy. I'm telling you. Like it's like a hobby for them now, Well,
and then see, I look at it too, like you said, I look at it guns as a means of protection, and all of that. So, and you said training. You said training. So for me, it's not like they're in the house playing with the gun. I'm talking about going to the shooting range with me, seeing how I use it, having knowledge about guns, even if they haven't held it, but they see, they know a 380 versus a 45 versus a shotgun versus an AR-15. Like. That kind of stuff, I didn't even know about that being younger. That's what I would want them to know.
But it's a hard call for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I guess back in the day it's different, but now these days it's so hard of a call,
right?
Because sometimes, when kids learn something,
right,
and if they're getting bullied, what's the first thing they're going to do?
Okay, now not necessarily the first thing, but that's a different thing.
Or one of the things they're going to do.
Yeah. Now, if I was, wanting to train my 10-year-old or take him to the shooting range, and there were social, dynamics like that happening at school, then now that changes things. So you kind of threw a curveball in there.
Yeah.
So
I try to look at every angle or scenario of what
I'm
somebody
talking about
was,
dealing with a well-rounded, emotionally healthy,
family
mature child,
yeah.
where we communicate. I know my children listen to me. If I say, you don't touch the gun, you don't go, that's off limits. This room is off limits. I know I have a, obedient child.
Right.
Now, when you add in other dynamics, they're being bullied, your child may be a little disobedient, follower qualities, and leadership qualities.
Right.
Somebody can be at the house with a dangerous gun, and mom's gun, they can put somebody in the room. Okay, now you got a whole different story.
Exactly.
Now not you. So it all depends on the maturity level of the child.
You got any viewers say anything up there?
You said 15.
I said 15.
No, you said 16 at first.
Totally against guns for young people. I live in Indianapolis. We are 4 to 5 months. 4 to 5 murders a night?
Oh my God!
Goodness gracious!
Well, no, that's why you need to get the gun for your child. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I probably would have to that much. It's like what's the chances? What's the chances of them coming in your house? You know what I'm saying? I might have to be prepared a little bit. You know what I mean? Renee, do you have kids every parking? Oh, every packing gun on the hip. Oh, okay.
You said everyone packing the gun on the hip. Is that what you said? Okay, then 7 years
Thank
old.
You, man. That's what I was.
7 years old in Indianapolis. I'm sorry. No.
Right.
No. Oh my God, that's awful.
That is, and it's that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With this See, and that's why I said it depends on the dynamics, because with something like that going on constantly, or whatever, and you hearing gunshots every night,
now to not have a gun, you're ill-equipped.
Exactly. Yeah. And they are saying that.
We're gonna get our
no, we gotta get people
read. Yeah, no, they're gonna help us read these things. So, we have, we will not have turned the corner. We're a little 50, and so we have to have readers and all that.
Grandchild? What do you mean by grandchild?
What did she say about?
Because I know she said every packing gun on the hip, and then she said grandchild. So I'm not sure.
Grandchildren walking around with
maybe, yeah. That's that's sad.
Yeah,
that's sad.
yeah. But we have become a country that is, I don't know, gun control seems like a thing of the past. People, it's talked about, but it's not happening. And they talk about the permits taking a while to get a permit to get the gun, and taking those little psych eval questions and things like that. But the average person that's trying to shoot up something, they're not going to get a gun that way.
Yeah. No, it's not.
They're getting it through all these other means. So,
yeah.
At the end of the day, I think we need to not only have, like when you talk about training for the gun, it needs to be, how when you get divorced, you have to go through little classes, and we need to have the same thing when it comes to gun control. Like, that should be something.
Because sometimes some of the parents ain't even mentally stable enough to
having a gun. That's why sometimes they don't protect it from the children. It's too easy for them to get it, or So I don't know. There are a lot of issues surrounding whether we should train our children, but I just, based on the society that we live in today, I would say 10. Now, I wouldn't have said this years ago when I was raising my children, because like I said, we didn't even have toy guns. I didn't even let them play with that. But based on what's happening in today's time.
So if they change the law here, you're going to have one?
You nerd. You nerd.
You nerd. I got one anyway. I don't
Yeah.
give a damn.
Yeah, see, after all of that. That's how you were supposed to come down there
I know,
and
right?
protect me in the car. But you said,
She
I ain't
back
coming
up.
down there. You in the car, right? You good?
I didn't say it like that. I
Nah.
know. That's cold though.
Yeah.
You put me up there.
Awful. He is awful.
Nah. But so it looked like we kind of in the range of 10 and 15 years old from what our viewers saying and what you're saying. I have an 18-year-old. Yeah, let me hit that one real quick, baby. You let me go. What'd you say?
What you say?
I have an 18-year-old grandson. Went to a range and learned to shoot, but had a temper. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Renee.
Yeah. See, that's why I say if you have some other dynamics, but he's 18 and considered an adult too, so he can.
That's even worse though. You know what I mean? Even to be there and have a temper.
So see, to me, so before you get a gun, if we had some kind of classes, not that it would always work, but if we had some kind of classes that you have to go to before you get your gun, just like citizenship class, all these different, classes. So I think if we had something like that, that would be good.
Well, I know when I was younger, it would be
state driven.
When I was younger, and that's I never wouldn't mess with a gun. I had friends or whatever that may have had them or something.
Toy
like
guns?
That. Well, not toy guns, but I just
the
had
BB guns.
I had BB guns or
and the pellet guns.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I never had a gun, so when I finally did, it changed my attitude because now I feel like, oh, you can't mess with me. Like
you bossing up.
That was kind of like, yes, you know what I'm saying. And I almost shot my best friend.
Yeah.
Because we were arguing. And he was bigger than me or whatever, and I'm kind of like, oh no, you ain't.
I got this gun. This gun is making me bigger.
You know what I did? I threw it away. After I did that, it's kind of like that. You have to start temper. So if she says something just like you have a temper or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That it can tap on that or whatever the case may be, and you got something or whatever that but not really thinking the consequences are after that.
Right.
Luckily, I didn't hit them. To the point where I did get that opportunity to think about what the heck I did. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I threw it away. I was done. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna
as you should.
Is that right? As I should have.
Now, see, the only reason I don't want to get one is, in California, we got road rage. Folks drive pretty bad out here. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I don't want one because I
road rage. Yeah, and they have been shootings on the road, on the highways.
Yeah. All right. Mine is protection based.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this next one, man. We want to do the relationship.
Yeah,
you want to get in there, or we want to talk about Adele real quick?
Well, Adele is a quick one.
Let's get Adele out. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, there's a big fallout or upset fans. There are upset fans because of
Adele.
Yeah. Know, right?
He caught me balls this weekend. Adele, shout out Adele. That was Adele.
Anyway, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there about the But so Adele actually canceled her concert.
Yes, and this is in Vegas.
In Vegas, 24 hours before, right? Mm-hmm. And people were upset because people were coming from the world. Yeah. Which was, and they passed it for me.
And did she do this because of COVID?
She did it because most of the team, her crews, whatever, was coming down with the bar. So she was kind of like, she could have watered it down or the concert down, but she didn't want to do that. She wanted to give them a show with the money, amount of money that they spent. I get that, you know what I'm saying, but when you got somebody coming from town, you be like, hey, I'm here now, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Luckily, they were able to get their refund, their money back, or get a rain check for the next, the dates or whatever. Because she is going to still have it later on. The one thing I love Adele about is what she did.
Oh, I think
she called her fans. Mm-hmm. Who does that?
Adele.
Exactly.
No.
I mean, because she was sincerely upset and sorry about it, and I don't know if she called every fans, but I know she was that she called, and they gave her, and they forgave her for it, of course, and all that kind of stuff. Because it was genuine.
She personalized her cancellation.
There you go.
That was
that
good.
part. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and nobody does it. It's kind of like,
no.
ain't nothing I can do about it. You get your money back, blah, 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 and be done with it.
Yeah, because that's what Charlie Wilson did. I was supposed to be going to see Charlie Wilson next month, and Charlie just out of the blue canceled. He got a refund. He wasn't even COVID related. So now, they didn't say it was COVID related. It was a good concert. But how about instead of being in LA, I think he's going to be in Atlanta. He's doing a concert now with Jodeci and I think Joe. Do that. Charlie last name Wilson.
He put on a hell of a show.
So
man.
he
could be just kind of getting tired of old.
All I know is he didn't give us even close to what Adele gave her for. Now it wasn't within 24 hours. So now my fingers are crossed that Bruno Mars has a concert. I'm going to see him in Vegas.
Vegas? Yeah, he's going to be there again?
He starts February, and he'll be all of March. And I think maybe a few dates, early dates in April. So please don't cancel. Shawty. I'm going to see Bruno.
Right. No, that's what's up. That's what's up. So kudos to Adele, and we hope that your crew gets well, and hopefully, at the time that you date that you have coming up, whatever, everything is good, and those fans will be happy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This year was good?
I can't remember. But anyway. This relationship topic, man, because it's a doozy. I get frustrated every time I watch this guy. And for those of you guys don't know, his name is Kevin. Kevin, man. No, I'm not going back. He do what he do.
I know one thing. He has blown up over during the pandemic.
Because people like the big
it's the controversy.
And it's the controversy. But as an individual, people that you're talking to, you don't know what their life really are to the point where you're giving to the advice. And that's the only thing I have against you, dog, is the fact that you telling people, you should.
You're trying to fix their life like Rihanna.
Well, no. Well, he's telling them, no. He's adding negativity to.
Oh yeah.
To like yeah. I know she don't need to talk to us. We don't need to talk to her, or she's just this or whatever. Just all this negativity.
The women call in themselves. They volunteer to call in and get berated.
This is true. Now let me finish.
Okay.
Because they do call in for a certain advice. Because I ain't gonna say he hasn't given good advice. For some women that are doing stupid things or whatever, and getting over or after guys just for the money, blah blah blah. He kind of gives good advice. You know what I'm saying? Right. But when someone's calling you and just want to speak to you about something and have a conversation with you, and you're cutting them off.
Why is she doing it with a stranger?
Well, first of all, because basically,
don't call him.
No, because basically he has given some good advice. I ain't gonna say he didn't, But then the point is, it's not the advice is not for everyone.
Right.
You still don't demeanor the person because they're this way. You know what I'm saying? In other words, just because she was married 4 or 5 times and she's looking for a good man or whatever the case, don't mean she still deserves to be back.
Well, I think he's just very harsh in the way he does it.
Yeah, but that's still, like I said, you don't know. I mean, if they come to you for a reason or whatever, they kind of want your opinion to the point where you
gotta
don't know their life.
You better put on your big. If you calling him, you're gonna get berated. He's gonna tell you to rate yourself out of 1 through 10, and then tell you can't use a 7. So he's just like Vegas. He's a house. He's gonna always win.
Yeah.
But my thing is, to call into his show, give him a snippet of your life, and then you're supposed to take the advice he says, and then he's always qualifying you. How much you weigh, how many children you got, how many times you've been married, all of this stuff, things that
let's give people
a snippet. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
A little snippet so we really can.
All I gotta say, I wouldn't couldn't pick me on.
Women like you tend to not prioritize marriage until you're too old.
That's true, because we have a career and other goals in life. Absolutely.
Congratulations.
And I never said that marriage was my priority.
Congratulations. That's what you get instead that of our husbands.
Yeah.
Because
And I haven't complained about it.
Because men want something too. They don't want old wives.
Yeah, and I totally
So
agree
you
with
got
you.
what
I haven't said anything
I didn't
against
say you
that.
could, man. I asked, okay, then what? You said you want to get married. Do you think you'll get married?
Eventually, like I said, I have
Okay,
values that are important to me.
Okay, you got values. Great. You're a wonderful person. Do you have anybody that's honestly, do you have a man of value that's seriously vetting or considering you to be his wife today?
He hasn't expressed it. If he does, but not yet. Not as I,
So you
not
can,
as
thank
I'm
you.
aware. That's what I'm
Thank
trying
you.
to say.
Thank you. So what we have here, folks, is more women trying to act like it's not that big of a deal because they can't get it. Prioritizing your career is your
exactly.
option.
All right, then we can stop right there.
We
can stop right there. It's stuff like it's that type of or whatever to a woman that basically, even if she is asking and trying to have a conversation, and you're cutting her off right in the middle. You know, she's trying to say something, but you're trying to overpower the conversation with what you want people to hear because you know that maybe you know that negative BS or whatever.
Because that's his show. Exactly. That's his show.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So if this act, but then you know when you hang up and say, "Oh, that person don't need to be living," or they should be such and such, you know, just dogging them out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only part I ain't got. Now, I get to
you. I'm about to say. You know, I'm about to.
But there has been a time where there was 3 young ladies that were hands only, paid or whatever, you know, and he was kind of letting them know, you know what I'm saying, they only last for a certain amount of time. Then what you gonna do? You're trying to find a good person, blah blah blah.
So he was being realistic.
He was being realistic on there, and that's why he was on somebody else. You know, but that was the thing. You know what I'm saying? I know the guy got common sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's probably been married a couple of times himself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
he did. I remember him saying he was married.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So for someone, you know, I don't know. I don't take that much advice from somebody that's been married so many times to the point where I'm gonna take it to heart. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is, show my heart for calling the man and asking him the questions. Like, you can't. She basically,
I think she
that's
thought
like
it was going
up,
to be watered down. The way she was talking,
if
she was trying to conversate with her.
If you pay attention to him, you know how he is. Well, you got to be prepared.
But you got to understand too, though. Everybody, like when somebody gets in and get in on it, whatever, they might not even watch the.
Right, they might have just that might be their first time, and then they call in.
You know right. Because this lady was trying to just have a conversation,
and that's all the more reason she should be. If it was my first time listening to the show, and then I'm gonna call in and then ask her advice and give all my personal business, come on, women, we got to do better.
Yeah, I would have been done. No. I know, right? But I would have just hung up. You know, yeah. Like, you know what? You didn't even let me talk. So whatever.
Yeah.
We got up here. Nick's in the house. Is that Nick? What's up,
hey,
Nick? Exactly. That's all. Okay. So yeah, if you guys have any opinions about my man, if you guys been watching Kevin Samuels, because I basically just so you better talk about
now. You know, in the past he has. So when I used to listen to a few more of his shows than I listen to now. But I remember I was shocked that the women that I was hearing at the time, they were somewhat delusional. Like a lot of them wanted, you know, a 6-figure guy and, you know, wanted to be at home. To me, it was like a real housewife type lifestyle. And so I'm no like, wait, that real housewife lifestyle that they're looking at on TV, a lot of that is, you know, Bravo is funding that. That's, you know. So that was one thing I thought. And then the one that was the Real Housewife a long time ago when it first came out, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they got rid of her. Snow, I can't remember her name, was something Snow, but she was truly the Real Housewife of Atlanta. Yeah. Everybody thought she was boring, you know. Yeah. So, you know, it's interesting that I think social media has affected, the lifestyle that people want, you know, and it's like, one of the things I like about what Kevin does say is, you know, he does talk about how men of a certain caliber want a certain woman, and they do, and they have options and, you know, things like that. So I do think, you know, that's right. Yeah. I do think, you know, women are, I just remember when I was growing up,
we were always told, get your books, get what you need, and that husband will come. And it seems like the husband is being put first, and or in some circles, some women don't want to work, or they don't want to, put in for the right man.
Right.
And so to me, I guess you could speak on it, but if you are trying to, have a certain caliber man, like Kevin says, he wants you to help him build what he has.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't lay on your back and feel like, hey, this, I deserve it because I'm cute or this and that. Like, it's got to be more than that. You want to show something to your children too. So I was surprised at the delusion, of it all. And so one of the things I do like about him is that he does, he gives it to you straight, straight, no chaser. And sometimes that's needed. But when he gives that to you don't have to give that to an individual person.
Yeah.
You can just in general say that, but maybe it makes more of a difference when somebody calls in and she's given her situation and you're pointing out, in her situation, how she doesn't.
Well, I
meet
one of the things
muster.
is giving people, there's one thing giving people harsh advice, but there's another thing to slander, like telling them what they should do. You should be nobody.
But they called in for
I know,
that.
no, it don't matter. It's still
But that's his style, though. That's his
I'm
style.
just saying, if I care enough to a point where even if someone called me about their opinions about it,
Right,
and
right.
even if that was me, I would not be slandering on that because I don't know what that person is.
Right,
That
right.
person can be like, oh, he think I'm shit. She probably been getting that for how
Right,
long.
right.
And then next thing you know, she's trying to commit suicide. You never know.
Right, right.
You don't know.
No,
So,
I agree. I
and
think
so
he's
why be
reckless.
a
He's
vessel
reckless.
to that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't. That's the only thing I have really against. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, give the good advice, man. Be on point about stuff.
Right.
I know you have been, but you know what I'm saying? When you get personal with it,
Right.
that's the part.
But that's
the part.
That's the thing about him, having that YouTube show. He doesn't owe anybody anything. He's not, he has a disclaimer. He's not a psychologist, psychiatrist, none of that. So that's his disclaimer. So if somebody chooses to call in, you
know what to expect.
You're subject to get it. I'm sorry. He has no.
Well,
he doesn't owe them
as
anything.
another YouTuber,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
He should have a YouTube responsibility,
any of you
right?
ladies that's out there that has these type of problems, whatever, and you get this harsh advice that you feel like that the person is coming really down on you, don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
Don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
Mr. Nick said, I can't really hear. You can't hear us. A lot of people can't hear us as loud as we are in the studio.
I hear it all.
I know, right? What's going on? Anyway.
Thank you for telling us, Nick. We'll work on it.
What's the question?
Was she asking what the question?
Yeah. What's the question? I can hear you. Oh, you can hear me now. It's probably the way I'm turning the mic. I don't know.
But
we sucking on the mic tonight. That's actually us now.
I know. Kevin
Even
Samuels has his viewership, his subscribership, it has grown like gangbusters. It's grown like gangbusters because the subject he's talking about. And I like how it helps, just on a larger scale. I like how when I hear all these different people calling in, I'm like, oh my God, I hope my son doesn't date any of these women.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And I hope my daughter is nowhere like this.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I know. But and it's because of people. A lot of people take social media as a guide to life, and they should.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you see on there is not really what's happening.
Smoke and mirrors. It's illusion.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These women or whatever that are with their men, or that these men is with them because they can afford to. You know what I'm saying? And they're not treating them like the fools like you probably think they are. You know what I'm saying? So if you looking for that respect or whatever, I say for one, if you really have a real problem, get counseling. Get counseling. Speak to someone, a life coach or something like that. It can put you on a positive track. Because once you get on that positive track with your own life, everything else will fall in place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're looking for a man instead of trying to like date, this guy here, that guy there, or whatever, You know what I'm saying? Get your life together. You know what I'm saying? Get your stuff together or whatever the case may be, and it's going to come along. It's going to come along. You know what I mean? And you got to believe in that. You know?
Yeah, focus on you.
Yeah,
you attract what you want.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is that negative thing when it comes to the personal part that he puts out there, do not take it to heart. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it to heart. You know what I'm saying? Take whatever information you can that will help you, but don't take to heart when the whole batch of telling you what you're not, who you're not. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself, positive.
Now, statistically, when he gives information about the percentages of, men that are out there earning over 100,000, and it's like, I think he said 3%. It's a small number. He was right on that.
Well, that is true.
And I do like how he gives statistics. And I do like how he does tell the truth about, sometimes as women, we do have unreasonable expectations, but sometimes men do too. Just as people, we have unreasonable expectations. We have to be mindful of that. Yeah.
All expectations love people. That's it. That's my only expectation. Is, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's things in the language, in the word that can pull me to the point where, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be on top of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then if you're on some, just you and what I'm doing for you, whatever the case may be, then, it's going to be.
You know what you said, though? Love.
Got to do with it.
Is love enough? Is it enough?
Well, if it's love has a lot of different languages. You got love that's supported. You have love that's basically, your ride or die. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then you have love to the point where you're okay with who you're with for the time that you're with or with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
But how long is ride or die? Is there truly ride or die?
Oh, heck yeah.
So if somebody's trying,
like ride or die.
If somebody's trying to build their business and you're starting off and you're 2 years in, you dead?
What you mean? If you're 10 years into your business?
If you're 10 years, instead of business hadn't jumped off, whatever they're trying to do or whatever their dream is, the woman bought into it, and now 10 years in, they're still trying to build that. They've been riding for 10 years. Any time to say, I'm dead.
If the communication is right, if they're basically it's not just about the money, it ain't just about the business, it's about how they're getting along to grow. You know what I'm saying? So if they're on the fussing between that, no, seriously, if they fighting between that or whatever, then of course it's dead. It's dead. But if she's still kind of believing this man, believing what he's doing, believing what she's doing for him, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, say like they probably doesn't have enough to do what they needed to do, or they probably the opportunities from other people to help them didn't come yet, or whatever the case may be. But they got this strength to know it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's the ride or die. Even if you die doing it. I mean, if you're not going hungry and you're not going broke, or you're not on the streets or whatever.
See, that's the ride or die. That's the real ride or die. Say I'm dating James, and James is trying to be a rapper, and I heard him rapping. I think he's decent. But in general, maybe his look or whatever he needs to be to like really blow up and rap, he's not there yet. But he's trying, and he's like, I want to make it on my own. I don't want to, be a slave to a record company. Yeah. So she's in it with him, and but his rap career is 2 years in, and it still really hasn't taken off more than one local concert.
Well, first
is she still supposed to be there with James?
It depends. The only way she's still with him is for once she believes it's happening and they're still getting along, or they're still, they're pushing forward or whatever.
Right.
But if she's getting tired of it or whatever, she's just not going to be a ride or die. She's going to quit. She's going to,
No, she rode for 10 years.
Well, okay, she gave him 10 years.
See how men say she's just not going to be a ride or die. She rode for 10 years. She rode for a whole decade.
If she rode for 10 years, he must have been doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
No,
something. Obviously, you're not going to go 10 years.
No,
you're not going to go 10 years.
He must have been doing something right. No, she was. She was riding for 10 years, waiting on him to make it.
They're a couple, though. It's a couple. It's not just one.
But he's the rapper.
If they're together, though.
James is the one that's trying to be the rapper.
But if they together and she's at every concert or whatever, and she loving her man,
that means she's been riding.
She's loving
for 10
her
years.
man for what she's doing, and she's riding with him, regardless, because she loves him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can be a ride or die and love your man or whatever at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yes. But if she did that for 10 years and he still didn't, look, it still didn't take off in 10 years. And she's like, James, maybe you need to do something else.
Well, shit,
where
after 10
does
years,
his
nigga,
love
your
come in?
career is over.
Right. I was going to say, where does James's love come in when now it's like, you've been riding for 10 years. You're right. Maybe I need to do something different, babe. And now maybe I need, instead of you riding for me, now I need to be down riding for you.
But see, but the thing is too, just like you said, this guy was a rapper, right? And they've been doing their thing for 10 years,
right?
You know, obviously for 10 years they ain't been going broke, so they've been
no,
making
that's
money
what I'm saying.
some kind of way.
He's been doing local concerts.
And if
you know, you have
local,
to do a little local.
Sometimes
things.
Local is good enough for them,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she loving it, and they live in the life that they want to live.
Okay, see,
so that's a ride or die.
That's what I'm saying. What if they're not though? What if that's what
that's not a ride or die if they're not living the life they want to live.
10 years, Phil Stevens.
But if they're not, they're not a ride or die. Period.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? If she's been in 10 years, she's a ride or die. She just basically, you know,
she just died.
She got tired after this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Especially if he didn't marry her.
Right, exactly.
Especially if he didn't marry her.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of
Mike.
Yeah, speaking of ride or die, so the story that I was telling you about, you know, Mike Hill and Cynthia Bailey that used to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think she's still on. Anyway, supposedly they met on the Steve Harvey show. Mike Hill and him. But anyway, he really pursued her and courted her and all that. And I think supposedly she moved out to LA or got a second place to LA with him. Anyway, they married during COVID. I saw the pictures of them that had on the masks and everything.
Right.
So he was doing some interview, and this was January 24th, and the heading says, Mike Hill says marriage to star Cynthia Bailey might not make it to year 2. And he talked about they just celebrated their anniversary, and they had a disagreement over the anniversary, and he didn't know if they could survive the disagreement, even though they made up. It didn't turn out like he thought he would. The anniversary. But my thing is, why would you put your business in the street like that? Why would you, in an interview, as far as I know, Cynthia hasn't said anything or responded, but why would you, in an interview, or tell anybody that your marriage may not make it to year 2? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
that was so inappropriate.
Well,
wait, are we agreeing? Are we agreeing, Phil?
It definitely won't go to year 2 now that you put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
You made sure.
You just basically put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
Why would you do that?
So that's I think that's.
So we agree on that. He shouldn't have said that.
I don't think he should say that because, for one, unless they believe it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because to be honest with you, for him to stay at their last, on our part, we probably see it going and not really completely finished yet. But on their part, it
could already be done. That's right. They could already be separated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can't really, call them too much.
This could be the foreshadowing of what we'll find out 6 months from now.
Because you could be getting paid for that interview. You could be getting paid for that interview or whatever, and it's already done.
Right. 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 Well,
So
it could be him being a pretty ass.
It could be.
Let me get the jump on it coming out. So I want to say, I'm done with her, not her being done with me.
Who's going to break up or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. But that to me, that was such a no-no. Like, you don't put your business through. But you made a good point here. If they are already over, then he knows it's not going to make it to year 2. We didn't know that. He already. Yeah.
A lot of things. We just like the whole. I don't know if you heard about Kanye and him having sex tape rape, new version.
With his ex-wife?
With
or his estranged wife?
No. With
right, Kim Kardashian. So that's his estranged wife, Kanye, because he hasn't divorced Kim yet. Or have they divorced? Yeah, they're estranged. So basically, he's separated from her. But again, so that's inappropriate. And that's petty. Because he had something. What's the guy that she's dating out? He had something in the rap song. Like,
but she kissed him on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
So that's kind of petty. So they both kind of been petty. To be honest with you.
Petty is as petty
and it's entertainment, basically. So people eating it up because
in the name of entertainment.
People trying to keep their names relevant.
Exactly. Wow, I think that was petty for him to say if he really does have a tape, like to even say that, because now it's not even about you having that on your ex-wife. It's the mother of your children. And why would you want to? Why would you? You know, once you get separated, you realize, okay, we're now just going to co-parent.
Right.
It's not about you and her as a couple. It's about what's in the best interest of your children. Yeah. So to even put something, and we're in a social media age too, where you might say something, you know, in 2022, your children are seeing that in 2026, and 2020. You know, these things that come up if they Google mom and dad's name. So, you know, to be saying there's some sex tape with your mother, like, come on.
We've been going on this whole relationship thing, man. It looks like we don't. So this takes me to, because it got something to do with relationships, you know. And this part is called "What You Watching."
What you watching?
What you watching?
I know what you watching.
I'm watching Sisters.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry.
Mm-hmm.
When I first put it this way, the first 2 seasons. They're on season 4 now.
Wow.
The first
I watched that. I didn't watch that season 2. I gotta
the first 2 seasons was like eerie to me. It was I'm kind of like waiting for something to happen.
The soap opera.
I'm waiting for the dramatics and the flow and timing or whatever to be like, you know, let's get
more rapid fire. Right.
And I don't know if it's just maybe how Tyler Perry do it, the signature his work or whatever, but I can't stand the pauses. When you know, when you be like, all right, I'm gone.
Right.
Then she say something. All right, then I'm back.
Right.
And then y'all say the same thing.
Right.
All right, I'm gone.
No,
I don't get that.
Taking 20 minutes for a whole scene to say, yeah, you must tell me.
Yeah.
Tell you that.
Yeah.
You must tell me.
What? Yeah, exactly.
Tell me now. What?
Oh my God. I cannot.
15 minutes.
I cannot take it. I can't take it.
I can't take it, but it sucks you in. So after it sucks you in, you're like, damn, I've watched 5 episodes. I can't stop now. I can't stop now. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. What? Oh yeah, KJ. He just got engaged to somebody on the show.
Yeah. Well, she's supposed to be the strong.
Yeah.
Not the ignorant.
Right. And
not the dumb stuff.
She ended up with the married man.
And she ended up with the married man, whatever. Had the crazy wife come over and, you know, and damn near shoot her.
Wait, we're giving spoilers. We shouldn't give spoilers.
No, I'm telling you. Okay, but it gets juicy. It gets juicy. But anyway, the point is to put for them, and I know when I first started, like, I think it was more empowering.
Like,
and to me, it's kind of like you kind of feel a little Now, if it's a true thing, I don't know. Maybe it is, because some people do get kind of like crazy about people. It is about true relationships.
Yeah, we're strong. We can be strong-willed, professional, educated, all that, but we're still human too. We still want to be loved.
I just don't see my black women being that stupid, I guess. I don't know. That's maybe just me, and that's what bothers me about it.
That's the conversation for another day.
That's true, right?
So real smart women being with married men.
Man, yes.
Like some people know they're the side chick, and they all right being the side chick, because it's like, I don't want to deal with him like you do.
Into that. I hope we get a caller or somebody.
Yes, sir. I'm the side chick.
Yeah, be the side chick.
And now I'm in Jamaica, and he got me a car.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
Yeah.
So I had to put that out there.
Yes.
What you watching?
What am I watching? I am watching Power. I've always been like, I love Power. So now I'm watching Ghost. Where Tariq is, you know, I love that.
Yeah, I don't like Mary Kay.
You don't like her?
I don't like her. I think Method Man kills me.
Oh my God!
Both of them on there now.
Yeah, they are.
But that's Method Man, right? Yeah.
He is Method Man. I just know Smith.
Yeah. So they, you know, he's the young basketball player. And this is the guy that imitates him or whatever, man. Like,
I like Mary J. I like what she's doing.
No, she's not. She may be tough and then be like me.
Huh?
She's tough. She's tough.
She's human too.
No. But you can't be coming on some bullshit and then your daughter is the one. Oh, I'm a spoiler. I'm not gonna say. I ain't gonna tell y'all.
No, I
check
like.
It out,
I like what she says, because she's still, she's still a mother. And she's still, again, she's still a woman that wants to be the world. So
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So we, speaking of women, we didn't
Is it time for us to get into the justices, the possible justices, the short list?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as we said at the top of the show, Justice Stephen Breyer is retiring, and so now Biden has to nominate a new Supreme Court justice, and he's one of the things that was part of his election when he was campaigning. He said that he would be involving Black women and nominating a Black woman as a justice. And so in the short list, we have quite a few Black women. And so we have Judge Ketanji. Ketanji Brown Jackson.
She's the first.
Yes. And then we have in the California Supreme Court Justice Leandra Kruger. She's on the California Supreme Court now. Judge J. Michelle Childs, she's on the short list. And Judge Candace Jackson, it looks like Akawumi. I'm going to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. She's out of South Carolina.
Yeah.
So, and then they actually threw Vice VP Kamala Harris's name.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't even make sense. Maybe she was up for it like back in the day and they thought like it was
yes. But you couldn't, I'm sorry, I would be too excited. Like when I was in Atlanta and Keisha Lance Bottoms was our mayor, I just would always be like, my mayor's name is Keisha. I just love that. So you can't tell me, to have Justice Ketanji Brown. I'd be like, that's Justice Ketanji. I would love that.
Right.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. So this is a new day.
Yeah,
and it's amazing that this will be the first time a Black woman has been a Supreme Court justice in 2022.
Yeah.
I remember growing up in the line with Shirley Chisholm, and in terms of her political involvement and all that. So it was just amazing to see how we did that. We're still nowhere near where we're supposed to be.
So we need y'all get in there and do y'all thing and make some things happen.
Sister Justice, that's what we're looking forward to. Queen Sister Justice.
Yeah, hopefully we can actually,
What's that comment?
With show film, ABS. Hey, nobody told you to cut off. Go on, do your thing.
Oh,
down, do your thing. Okay, so we talk.
Yeah.
And I think when I talked to you earlier today with Tina King.
Yeah,
and the passing of her.
Yeah.
So
26.
Yeah, 26 years old.
But suffering from depression.
Yeah.
Because he made great music. You heard some music, real good music, and had a concert, something locally set for I think it was January 28th, coming up. I don't know if he just and he just had a birthday. So I don't know if it was on his birthday or right after, but it's so funny. A lot of times people say, "Oh," and I saw some of the comments, "Oh, they had money and this and that," and if you have a chemical imbalance that causes your depression, that has nothing to do with whether you have $100,000 or not.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what's causing it.
Chemical imbalance.
Yeah, even you can be on top of the world, and that can get you in depression. Even though you have great kids, you have people like that get depressed.
Right.
You have people that basically life is doing well to us.
Right. From the outside looking in. And again,
I've seen Mike Tyson
I was going to say,
close in person.
Yeah, bipolar disorder, but again, had a chemical imbalance. So, it's something. He's one man in that ring and he's punching people out. But remember, they had that interview. Well, I'll never forget that. And Robin Gibbons said, "Life has been hell." Yeah, she said that. Life has been hell.
But we already know Robin was supposed to be. I'm just on Robin. There's no love for Robin. She made him bipolar. He wasn't bipolar before she got with him.
Here we go.
I'm with you, Michael.
So look, it was Desiree's fault for coming up to the room too, right? It was Desiree's fault.
Yeah,
Desiree, the one he was.
That's what it was because he. That's all Robin.
See, now I'm about to jump across. Y'all gonna see me jump across.
That's all Robin.
Yes.
Man,
why is he saying that? Why is he locked in on behalf of Mike Tyson? Why?
I'm just saying though, everybody's seen it. You see right up front how crazy he got dealing with her.
Crazy.
Oh my God. So it's the woman's fault. We're going to put the woman. Because she has some good
She didn't
good.
help it. She was basically using it. She was using it. I guarantee you she had a side. I guarantee you she had a side. I guarantee you. But anyway, I guarantee.
Where that come from?
I guarantee. I know, right? Right. So,
wow.
But yeah, so we all going to get our prayers out. Condolences to Gina King for our loss.
And check on the people. I think if we take anything from this, we should really check on each other. I know things are crazy. And people, I just thought about you. Even if you just send somebody a text, think about you. What's going on? How you feeling? Like, we just need to check on each other.
Oh yeah.
And the stronger you think somebody is,
they do have a campaign.
Check on them too. Check on your strong friends. Yeah, you do. You have to, and people and have somebody. Not only should we check on each other, but we also should have somebody we can go to. So even if we aren't checking, we got a safe place, a safe person that we trust that we can go to and just say, hey, get me off the ledge. A lot of times, if you're normal, I always say the spiritual beings have a and so there are things that affect us, as humans, and we need to have somebody to go to.
And also, with that said, if you guys don't have anyone to talk to, there's a hotline you can actually call and get help. It's 1-800-237-8255. It's 1-800-237-8255. It's a hotline for help with people doing depression, suicidal thoughts, and anything. Sometimes it helps just to talk to somebody. And if you talk to one person, they help talk to somebody.
We want you here. Exactly.
That's wow. I'm gonna end on that note. But
all right, make sure you watch Fallout. Watch Fallout
Check
today.
out Fallout, HBO
We're
Max.
excited about it.
HBO Max, right?
Yes, HBO Max.
Is there a certain time they're coming on, or is it?
No, they can stream it at any time.
Just stream it anytime.
As long as you subscribe, you can stream it at any time. And a lot more movies because of the pandemic are coming on HBO Max. They're streaming. Right.
They can. It is a cost.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up.
Streaming service.
All right,
So check it out. Check it out.
And then don't forget on Tuesdays, Tender Tuesdays, the show at 7 p.m. with your girl Farron Frost and Jazz Frost doing their thing on Tuesdays at 7. They be having some interesting, man. It was up the chain last week, man. I can't wait to this one. This one will be crazy too. So you guys tap in, just subscribe on Fired Up Broadcasting, on YouTube, whatever. So get the numbers up, baby. We getting them up. We getting up there. It's getting there. It's getting there. So continue tapping in every Thursday at 5 p.m. I guarantee you, it was a shootout over here, so we wasn't on time. We'll be on time next time. What we got? What we got? Oh, fire. Thanks, Renee. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for tapping in and commenting and stuff and supporting us. We appreciate you.
Yeah, have a great Thursday, Renee, and everybody else listening in. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Peace.
We out. Peace.
Well,
oh my God. It's a new year. It's a new day. Every week, we want to know your reasons why.
From Arizona to Los Angeles, I watch Reasons.
From Dallas to LA.
From Kansas City all the way to LA.
From KC to Florida to LA.
We watch Reasons. And it starts